Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for tuning into this reading. Let us go ahead and see what important intuitive messages you may need to know at this time, okay? What does Sagittarius need to know, Spirit, and need to be aware of? What do they need to know and need to be aware of at this time? Alright, so Sagittarius, starting this reading with the Five of Wands, the Father of Cups or King of Cups. This is water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Swords, Knight of Wands, okay, the High Priestess, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So there's a lot of messages coming in here for you, Sagittarius. I just want you to know that there's something big coming in. There's something bigger, better in store for you. So the message here is to let go of limited thinking, or let go of whatever you're holding on to that's no longer serving you, because trust and believe that universe wants something bigger for you. Wheel of Fortune, this talks about karmic turns, equilibrium, balance, events happening beyond our control. There's going to be a major turning point in your life. Movement is definitely coming, okay? So if you may have felt like with the Five of Swords and Wheel of Fortune, you were at the bottom of the wheel, something unfortunate happened, some things that were beyond your control. The cards are counseling you to look at this in the eyes of divine, focus on what the situation has taught you or what it is teaching you at the moment, because every situation represents an opportunity. I also feel like this means having the courage and strength to accept the things that we cannot change, or the people that we cannot change as well. In this way, by relinquishing control, because that's the Four of Pentacles, this is very possessive, controlling energy. By releasing our tendencies to hold on too tightly on things, how we want them to be, we then give Spirit and Divine room to bring things in alignment to our highest good. All right, because that's what I'm picking up here. It's like you don't know how big the outcome will be, or how better the outcome will be, how it's going to go better if you relinquish control, like release the need to control the outcome. And this is more of going with the flow with Six of Swords. Not completely just going with the flow, but this is being intentional about what you want here, but at the same time, giving space for how things to turn out the way they should, okay? Having faith is also what I want to say. And with Ten of Pentacles, this can relate to your finances. This can relate to anything in the material world, by the way. Could be a property, could be business. There's something big in store here for you. Know that abundance is your birthright here, Sagittarius. Release limited thinking or scarcity thinking, like thinking of the things that we don't have, because this can also make us forget of the things that we already have or the things that we've already achieved, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, these are random events that may have happened as well in the past. If there might have been something that you felt was unfortunate, it's all about looking at this in the eyes of divine, right? And not thinking of this as something personal, like universe is doing this to me, or why did this happen to me? It's not personal, it's more random. Sometimes in life we're up, like we're summiting a mountain. Sometimes in life we're down, like we're going through the valley as well. But such is life, okay? It's not a personal thing, but it's all about our ability to move forward and learn, and how we choose to respond and react, okay? Cards are also saying to let go of fear, because the moment that you live in this energy of trusting and having faith, blessings just easily flow. There's something that's going to flow a lot easier here for you, Sagittarius. Ideas flow easier. Money, all right, the flow of money as well comes easier. Opportunities comes easier. All right. Remember that your thoughts are very powerful. Your thoughts begin to become your reality. It all starts with the mind. I also want to say that this applies to a connection or a relationship. I feel like you're in the process of letting something go, Sagittarius. There's two fives in this reading, and 5 is a number of shift and changes. Wheel of Fortune as well, number 10 in the deck, talks about some kind of a final chapter. All right? But there's an opportunity to do things differently this time around. I do want to say that as one chapter closes, another one opens here for you. You could just be in the transition phase, right? And the Six of Swords here is a mini version of the Death card, where letting go or having to sacrifice is necessary. And though this is a difficult choice, holding on to, though, is a lot more painful. All right, the cards are saying with Six of Swords, this is a message of leaving the old path for the new, sacrificing something to move forward. These are major upgrades coming in here, though, but it's going to really benefit you in the long run. I feel like Ten of Pentacles, Sagittarius, this is about long-term effects of our actions, long-term effects of our decision. If you're currently deciding whether to stay or whether to go, look at something long-term, like how is my life going to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now? So the Five of Wands and the Son of Wands, this could be inner conflict, like you're experiencing this heart versus mind. Your heart is saying something, your mind is saying another. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Should I give this connection another chance? Is there something worth holding on to? Will things improve? For some of you, I do want to say that you may give somebody new a chance. Or you could also be giving this past person another chance, another cycle with Wheel of Fortune, in the hopes that things can get better or easier or even different this time around. All right, but with Four Pentacles here and the Five of Swords, this is to let the past issues go, like not bring the same baggage. If this is truly another cycle for you and this past person, it needs to be a clean slate. Being able to talk about the past things and not have to bring them up again is what I'm picking up. Like, let's upgrade from here. Let's progress from here. Let's not keep rehashing what happened in the past and let that be in the past. So you're willing to give somebody a chance if they come in this kind of energy. If they're willing to level up with you, is also what I want to say. Not level down. All right? A connection is supposed to uplift and not to just drag you down in that same old pattern, cyclical pattern. Because this is starting to become unhealthy or negative. For some of you, it talks about like some kind of a conflict that keeps happening, same issue, keeps being brought up. All right? Like, why are we even fighting about this? Somebody could be, they have a tendency to not forget about past things that have happened. It's as if they're still happening in the present. And this prevents the flow of the connection. They're having a tight hold on some kind of pain or hurt or anger. They're unable to release and let go. And so that becomes their reality. I was saying our thoughts are so powerful, they start to become our reality. All right, so this is being careful about negative thoughts. I feel like for some of you, Sagittarius, you could be potentially letting the past go, okay? Because this could be like cycle upon cycle. Something is starting to become sort of repetitive and it's starting to become unhealthy or even exhausting to try to hold on to it. Some of you may be deciding on letting go completely with the Six of Swords, okay? Or at least letting go for now. Because this Five of Swords can speak about a battle that cannot be won. This is something that cannot be won because somebody here does not want to listen or somebody's closed off. Could be too much ego as well with the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Like, this is a lack of alignment. Like, look at all the wands here in different directions. You just feel like you both are different pages, seeing things differently. Somebody could be quite a hothead as well, Sagittarius, or when they're emotional, they say things impulsively with the Five of Swords. You may have felt like somebody really hurt you here with the Five of Swords. So this past person, if you're deciding to let go or give this a chance, I do want to say that they're not ready to give up on this connection. Somebody's holding on here with Four Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So in their mind, it's like they don't want you to go. They don't want to lose the connection here with you. Let's see. We're going to open more cards here. To them, they feel like this is something long-term. They want this to be a connection that's long-term. They're possibly going to ask you for another chance after potentially a major fight or conflict. We have the Magician, okay? All right. So I feel like this is about being really intentional about the things that you want here, Sagittarius. but at the same time, allowing room to grow. I feel like for some of you, and this is going to be a completely different message, the arguments or the fights with this past person could be stemming from jealousy as well, or controlling tendency. Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. I'm not really a big fan of this energy because this talks about somebody who may have some jealousy issues or control issues. All right. They can be the type to be extremely possessive, that it can be stifling for you. And you being Sagittarius, you guys need freedom to move around in space, to grow and be your own person at the end of the day. All right? Like, this is not a good energy to have. Somebody who you feel like they can be quite emotionally manipulative. They're trying to get what it is that they want here, but it's like you feel disrespected in some way, being controlled in some way. Like, there's some kind of a red flag that you're noticing here that needs to be definitely addressed. Like, you want to take action about this. This is not right, okay? Your intuition is saying something here with High Priestess, okay? There was a feeling of being disrespected, or a boundary being stepped. Like, somebody may have done something extreme, and that's the thing. They have to really assess what they're doing, what they're saying, because somebody may not be aware how they're coming across. To them, it's like they feel they're right here with Five of Swords. And I feel like by you giving this space, or you deciding to drop this, Sagittarius, I really am getting a sense that this person here is going to realize that they no longer have the impact on you, or the same power over you. All right? Because nobody really has that power over you at the end of the day. All right, so I feel like you're taking your power back here, Sagittarius, from this kind of controlling situation, or an attachment to the past. Slowly but surely, with the Six of Swords, something is progressing. Like, I feel like it's a relief for some of you to have that space to breathe. All right, we have the Death card. Wow, I was saying this is a mini version of the Death card. So for some of you, whatever this choice or decision is, okay, indeed, you could still be feeling conflicted, mind versus heart. You still can't make up your mind, but ultimately, with the Death card, I feel like this is something foreseen. A change is foreseen here. Like, you know, this isn't going to work out unless something is different or being done differently. So I feel like, Sagittarius, for some of you who you feel like this person is open for change, is genuinely wanting to work things out, and willing to change, willing to do their part here, to not have to behave this way again, or not bring the same issues of the past. I feel like you're willing to give this a chance, okay? But for some of you, where you sense that there may be limited thinking, or somebody who does not even want to accept that there needs to be some kind of a change in this connection, like they're in denial, or they're just not really getting it. All right, that there's something here not working out. I feel like this could be your sign where, all right, I've done my part. I gave this another chance. I tried to work things out, but I can only do so much if somebody's still closed off. Because that's the energy that I'm picking up here from you, Sagittarius, with the Death card. This isn't something that's new or shocking. For some of you, you've already foreseen this. And it's really happening. Like, you're coming into terms with the ending of something very significant. And though it's painful for a lot of you, but you're choosing here peace, okay? The rainbow is a very auspicious sign, because Five of Swords can indicate back and forth argument, explosive argument. Like, you just want to have peace at this time, space, okay? So the decision is going to be on you at the end of the day. Go with your intuition. High Priestess is saying, when confused, be in the energy of stillness, and clarity will come to you. All right? This is saying that the wisdom is not going to come from outside force. The wisdom is going to come from within. True wisdom comes as well from our past experience. So base this off on what you've learned and what you've experienced in the past. If you sense that this can be something worked out, or if this isn't something that's going to be worked out, like it's a permanent ending with the Death card. That's a very specific message here for you. I do want to say that this past person is struggling to let go, or doesn't want to end things, doesn't want to lose you here, Sagittarius. We have the Empress. So we have death and rebirth. So for some of you, like I said, giving a chance to a previous connection, but then working on yourself first, them working on themselves as well. Because there might have been things that they were indulging on that was preventing them from their higher self. There were things that they were holding on to, patterns, old ways, okay? And with the death card, like, this is a message of dead weight. Like something has already been a dead weight. They have to discard the old ways, old way of doing things, old way of behavior, patterns. And it's like choosing to see that real change starts from within. I don't feel like you're going to force somebody to change here, Sagittarius. And like I said in the beginning, having the courage to accept things that we cannot change. And real change, if this person really wants to genuinely transform, it needs to come from within. And I believe this is possibly going to happen when you give them time and space, like giving room to grow with the Empress. You both could be healing together or separate. Either way, I feel like something is going to change here, because you're taking action. All right, you're taking action here. So let me just pull an advice card for you, Sagittarius. And I know this is not going to resonate for all of you, but hopefully there's something here that you're able to take away from this reading. What is your advice for my Sagittarius? What do they need to know, Spirit? What is your advice for Sagittarius at this time, please? So we have honesty. I cannot always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. All right, so it says here, being truthful with others is a slippery business. You are expected to tell and expect to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better. But honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the right time is to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. Wow. So this is being honest with how you feel, honest and looking at things clearly to make a decision. You must be honest as well. For some of you, it could be you that's coming out of feelings of denial, in this indecision, okay, unable to make a choice. And this is honestly seeing the situation for what it is to help guide you make the decision, okay? This is what I'm picking up for your reading. Sagittarius, take only what resonates and leave out what doesn't. I'm sending you love and light, and namaste.